with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. Oh God, man. Since you guys want to see how easy it is to actually live in nature where you are, I decided that I'm going to take a fellow countryman from my country, Cape Verde, and show you that he's not even in Cape Verde, but as you see, he has a garden, he has things going on for himself. Okay, part one.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this right here is rosemary. We know what rosemary is, okay? Many of us use it in the essential oil form. This right here is this one right here, right?
Yes.
Right here is the orange
Thyme.
the orange thyme. A lot of us use we consume thyme. We eat thyme. We season our foods with thyme. So Sinus Sapleton, I can't even pronounce that. But I know for a fact that that's orange because when I'm drinking the orange juice, it's Sinus apple something. So this is the orange thyme right here. All right.
So this is the normal time that we use.
And this is the normal thyme right here. This is the kind that most of us, now obviously it still has some time to, a little bit of time to grow and develop, but this is the normal time, and this is...
Point number one. This man knows different species of crops, okay? Of the same crop, different species. That's the first thing you need to know. If you're gonna like do a gardening and stuff like that, you have to know so many factors and stuff like that. Nature Boy don't know that shit. Like seriously, like you guys and you followers of him are very funny people because, and mind you, this came before he came on the scene. Okay, so he can't say, oh, he stole my knowledge and stuff like that. Nah, this guy was here before you, bro, doing this.
Is the orange thyme right here. So you can do everything in your garden, man.
You can do everything.
Everything you
have
need.
also lemon thyme. Lemon.
Keyword. You can do everything in your garden. Everything you need. Okay? You don't have to go somewhere to do it. You can do it smack dab on your patio. If I wasn't such a private person, I would show my patio right now and what I got going on. But there's no need to do that. Okay? But keyword is you can do everything you need in your garden. There's no need to go anywhere else to do it. Okay?
Lemon
Okay.
thyme. Yeah.
Now, this right here, you know what this is? What's this one?
This is how you call it in English. This you know this also. It's
Or what is it? What is it in Dutch?
Dutch is we call it lajma. In Cape Verde.
Oh, okay, okay.
Cape Verde we call it lajma.
See, he's thinking of everything in Cape Verde. By the way,
Cape Verde also, yeah.
for people that don't know what Cape Verde is, a West African,
West Coast.
West Coast of Africa. Okay, could you just give a quick 1 minute about Cape? Because a lot of people, if they're not from Boston, they don't know about Cape Verde. Most we only know Nigeria, Senegal.
Yeah.
Could you just give because these guys have a lot of similarities with the Brazilian culture. A lot of their last names are like his is Jose or Oliveira, stuff like that.
And that happened through colonialism. Before that, last names were African last names, But of course, over time, colonialism changes everything. Okay?
So he could just tell you real quick,
Okay. My name, what he says, Jose Flor Oliveira.
I want you to notice something about the brother right here. Notice how even-keeled he is. Notice how balanced he is. Notice how chill he is. Notice how relaxed he is. You know what that's from? That's from really living in tune. That's what that's from. That's from having a good balance. Okay? I just want you to pay attention to his demeanor.
come from Cape Verde Islands. It's on the west coast of Africa. It's nearby Senegal on the west coast. And I'm not going to tell you all about it, but in a small way I'm going to tell you something about Cape Verde. Cape Verde Islands, we have 10 islands. And in the 10 islands we have, let me say, the main city of our 10 islands is we call it Praia Santiago. But me, I come from the most mountainous island of all the 10 group islands, Santo Antão we call it in Cape Verde, Sant Antonio in English, Sant Antonio. And Cape Verde people, we are island people, mountain people, sea people. We are the mountain people of Africa, like you have those people in Ethiopia, in Eritrea, Somalia, those places there, North Africa.
Now that I have a little bit of a disagreement on, I agree to disagree because like I know my family, they came from Senegal, Mauritania, and some of them went to Cape Verde, and some also are coming from Nigeria. So that part is neither here nor there. Maybe there was some migration of mountain people from North Africa, from Eritrea, Ethiopia over to there. But I don't know for sure. I don't know the full history. But from what I understand, the first inhabitant of Cape Verde weren't the Portuguese. They were actually, it was actually a Wolof prince from Senegal. That's what I heard. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there.
We are those people are from the mountain. As you see in Africa, we have mountain people, we have desert people, we have jungle people, we have bush people. And that makes Africa rich. A lot of diversity.
Another point is this: you can adapt to a terrain. You can definitely adapt to a terrain, no problem, no matter where you go and live. But if you don't want to like go through that and like just completely adapt to it, this is why it's so simple to just like do something in your backyard where you can like just take small steps. And so yeah, that's one thing you can do basically. But the thing is, Nature Boy has different motives when he's like telling these people to go over there. He's not telling them to go over there to help themselves. He's telling them to go over there for their money, basically, and sexual favors.
That's why you have a lot of looks in Africa. This one is darker than the other because of the place that he lives. It's beautiful. It's like a garden of Eden, You have a garden, you have a lot of flowers, beautiful colors. That make it so beautiful. And in Cape Verde, we are fishermen and we are farmers in the mountain. We are farming. And a lot of those plants that grow there, because the altitude is high in the mountain, it can grow in many places in the world. Because the altitude, the weather there, that's why the most of these plants come from there, like this, what we talk about, this one. Let me say all of them coming from those kind of places in the ancient times. That's why we have it here in Holland, in England, in all Europe, Germany, all places. In the ancient time, they go there not only to take people from there, because we know most of these stories they talk about, but they take a lot of plants, a lot of trees, they plant them in Europe, and now they have different names. But it's nice, because people can use it. It's good, because we are people. We have to help each other.
Yes.
Quick question. I noticed you are walking around barefoot. Is there a reason for that? Because I did a video on that the other day. What's up with that? You walking around barefoot?
I'm walking around barefoot. As I was talking about in Cape Verde Island, I come from a fisherman village. And there, before I come to Holland, I always walk barefoot. And since I'm here, I grew up here, wearing shoes, all those things. And now this time, at this age that I'm now, I start to think about those things. I go there, I walk for 6 weeks. Let me say this, 16 years ago. For 6 weeks, there I didn't wear shoes. And I feel my health and everything was better. Because the whole system of your body is under your feet. You know, it's like I'm using this plant. He's standing there. He gets all the energy from the ground. All the resources are touching him. It's the same that I'm standing here. I'm getting all those vibrations from the ground. It's all.
So notice how, like, basically Nature Nut will take teachings, recycle teachings, and he'll try to make it into something new. We've been doing this. Go to my village. We walk barefoot all the time, or sometimes we may use sandals or something. You know, so he's just taking recycled teachings and try to present it in a way that, I made this knowledge. This knowledge came from me. It didn't come from anywhere else. This dude's been doing it before Nature Boy's been born, bruh. Cut it out. Come on now.
Feeling my feet. It's like electricity. It's a pure. You know, people, when I'm in the city, on my bike with bare feet, why are you walking here? This is a different place, they say. I say, no.
Key word. He does it in the city too. And I'm going to tell you about that. Basically, he's doing that in quote unquote Babylon, which means he's probably not even thinking about Babylon when he's doing that. He's probably thinking about being in his own little world, surrounded by it. So, I mean, you guys really need to wake the hell up. Seriously. You know, I'm just showing you this to show you common sense ways where you can do pretty much better than what's going on over there.
No. For you it's different. For me it's not different. It's the same Mother Earth. You can't change it. Everywhere you go, she's around.
Keyword. Everywhere you go, she's around. So that means it can be in your backyard. It can even be on your patio. It can be in your house. It can be anywhere. You don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to go close to the equator. You don't have to do that. I mean, you can do it if you like truly have a sincere intention and sincere plans on making it work for you, but you don't have to do it. Chill the hell out. Seriously.
You know, it's secure for me. I tell them it's secure for me. Because the day I was born bare feet. That's why it's good to be born again. It's like a rebirth when you're walking with bare feet.
Are you worried about something biting you or any of that?
I don't worry about those things. That's why nothing happened. I don't worry about those things. This I do for many years. This when it gets cold, it's difficult. But when it is summertime, I'm bare feet most of the time.
Yes.
What's the language of Cape Verde?
Cape Verde. In Cape Verde, the language in Cape Verde, we call it Creole. Creole is an ancient language. Let me say for all the...
There's different languages, Creole, Portuguese, and Fulfulde. I speak Fulfulde, and I also speak Creole, and I speak a little bit of Wolof as well, which we all have there.
Latin-speaking countries in the world, this Latin language, Creole, what you call Creole in West Coast Africa, is the oldest Latin language in the world. A lot of people don't know about this, but it started in Cape Verde Islands. Creole, we call it Creole. Like you say, when you're in America, you call it Latinos. But the Latinos, this derived from Ladinos, the ancient Israelites. You know, from Israel, from North Africa. And then after persecution of the empires that come to North Africa, like in Eritrea, in Ethiopia, in North Africa, Libya, Morocco, Tunisia, all those places, even Portugal, Spain, Italy, we live to this kind of islands that we call now Cape Verde Islands on the west coast of Africa.
There's probably partial truth to it, like I said, because the first inhabitants of the island weren't the Portuguese. It was indeed like a Wolof prince who sailed there, and basically he settled there. And you had other groups of West Africans who went to Cape Verde first. They don't teach it in the history. They don't teach the history basically, and so with that being said, we're often given the image that, you know, the Portuguese came there first and they found uninhabited islands and, you know, did what they did, but this is not the history.
originality, we come from Ethiopia, Eritrea,
Not all of us.
Sudan, other places, Israel, the ancient Israel, not the Israel that we see now.
What's the religion there? This is the last question. What's the main religion? Are you guys reading? Are you Muslim? Are you Christian? What are the people of Cape Verde? Because there's a lot of you guys in Boston. So what? I mean,
We are what I tell you from ancient time. We come from the ancient Israelites.
Okay.
And after
There's a conflict. There's controversy because there's like certain tribes in like Africa that they trace the origin to, like places like Palestine and stuff like that, and they moved throughout West Africa and things like that. Even with my tribe, they try to give it a Jewish origin. Now I don't know if it's true. I really don't know if it's true or not, but that's probably why he's saying it. He's not saying it in the sense like how Hebrew Israelites say it, like with Shem and Ham and all that other stuff like that. He's just saying it in a broader sense. I don't think he subscribes to the Hebrew Israelite doctrine, which is preached here in America.
that they colonized us in Cape Verde in 1640. The Portuguese, they colonized us. And
Portuguese colonized. Oh, okay.
And Portuguese colonization means Roman Empire. It means Rome, Christian.
And in ancient manuscripts, you'll basically see that. You'll basically see that, us Africans, at least where we come from, we call like all Europeans Romans, So like if it comes to a French, if it comes to a German, it comes to a Portuguese, we all call them Romans, So that's the reason why he says that.
We are Christians there. But still we're using the ancient traditions that we see in the president of Ethiopia. They call it Orthodox.
We do use ancient traditions. There's many different esoteric systems that we have. Most of them come from Senegal. Some of them, like he said, come from Ethiopia, and some of them also come from, are indigenously grown there.
This word you see in English, they say Orthodox. In Dutch, they say Orthodox. Other places may be a different name. Orthodox means right, glory, righteous teaching. It's a good word. Orthodox means also organic. This what you're dealing with, also with the food. That means you are orthodox. You think that way, organic, biologic. That is the word Orthodox means also. Everything that is good, that is ancient, that is the origin. You don't need to change it, just develop it.
Exactly. That's it. And that's the problem with Nature Boy. He tries to take things and try to add his own spin on it. And you don't need to change anything. It's already there. We have what we need. We don't need you to try to add your spin on it and therefore corrupt it.
That's Orthodox. That's what we, in Cape Verde, we are colonized by Portuguese. Now we have some problems there to get back again to the track. And if we look to Ethiopia, we can get it. Because Ethiopia is the civilization of this world. It starts in Ethiopia, in the mountain.
And to close this out, basically, the brother here asking the questions, okay, he was Afro-Dominican. Here you have an Afro-Dominican opening his mind to a Cape Verdean. Okay? It's not that we Africans look at others with disdain. It's just that others try to do things like Nature Boy, and it's like, why would we mess with that? Why would we want to mess with that? Why would we want to mess with someone who criticizes our belief system? Why would we want to mess with someone who criticizes our culture? Why would we want to mess with someone who criticizes the food we eat? We don't have time for that. But this brother, inquisitive, open-minded, and guess what? Calm, peaceful interaction. And that's all I'm asking for. If you cool, you cool. It doesn't matter where you come from. But if not, if you want to criticize me for my esoteric systems, if you want to criticize me for my culture and stuff like that, then be gone. You know, I don't have time for that. You know, stay following the stereotypes of what they tell you about us Africans, man. I'll be cool with that. You know, I stand on my own too. But that's all I wanted to show. And the title of this video basically sums up what I was trying to tell you guys. Off until the next one. Njara.